The show of all shows today, y'all. We're not even going to mess around. We're going to have a lot of fun, plenty of laughs, and plenty of things to talk to. Thank y'all for coming out. This is DIRREC Gaming. First, I want to get this out of the way. If you're new to the channel, or just not new, but has seen us before and you're gracing your fingers across your phones, or you're on your PCs, or you're on your tablets or your TV, we just want to salute to you. And we also want to say, feel free, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Never, ever, 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 ever miss a beat on the ones and twos. Like, share, and I also want to say thanks to everybody that's been sharing the videos along the way. I see the numbers continually going up. And to all the new subscribers, we appreciate y'all. Grab your key, grab your rooms, pick whatever screen you want to use, kick your feet up, and eat your popcorn. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here on DIRREC Gaming, where we get to perform and have a good time performing. This is an Xbox-centric showcase, or it wouldn't have been called the Extraordinaires, or it wouldn't have been called the X League podcast. But we're all X'd out over here. In the background, you see the green kryptonite infused gem crystal lights with the gamma radiation all over the place. If you're not an Xbox fan, we warn you, make sure you put on your hazardous suits, your proper PPE. Because when you come in here, this is what we celebrate over here. We celebrate Xbox. But I waited. I waited as long as I could, and I couldn't wait no more. This is going to be the show of all shows of pure laughter, pure making fun of, pure memories, pure receipts, pure all the myths, narratives, and theories. We're going to have some fun. So you guys and girls, sit back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all across the world. And if you are across the international date line and you viewing us, thank you, because you made DIRREC Gaming International. And upon further ado, I want to give a shout outs to my panel and to the mighty chat pack. Give a shout outs to Resident Gamer Zero. I want to give a shout out to Spark 117. And I want to give a shout outs to my man, the realest one, and Games Trailers in the building. We're about to get this thing started up. And I hope y'all ready, because here we go.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm going to come out swinging right now. What the hell is PlayStation doing, man? PlayStation is just innocent and can't help itself but to be attached to Sony. And its time is just running out. They need to hurry up and figure out what they're going to do, because right now, the PlayStation worldwide fan base has failed, has flunked their test. You flunked your test. You've had 25 years to destroy Xbox. You've tried everything that you could do. On top of your Cobra commanders, IGN, who started out the same year PlayStation was formed, back in 1996. You're talking about almost 30 years of just flunking at trying to destroy Xbox. Let me give a round of applause for IGN at first. Now that your Cobra Commander station has flunked you, I want to give another round of applause for the donkey community that's put in so much work in hating on Xbox. And they couldn't destroy it. You've come up with every lie, every theory, every myth, every narrative, day in and day out, never taking any sleep. You donkeys have been on Facebook opening up groups just to hate on Xbox throughout the years. You put in over 10 years of doing that. You put in over 10 years of making Discord clubs where y'all gather around bonfires and spread your hate to one another and in the most weirdo ways. You've been able to gather old ass grandpas to steal console war in your space. You've been able to obtain people who are 75 plus years old to look goofy out here in your streets for your preferred platform. You've had media outlets to pamper you. This is a donkey universe that we're in. You've had countless articles of lies upon lies about Xbox. You've had people in the social media realm, lies upon lies upon lies upon lies on Xbox. And throughout the countless years, y'all have banded together just to get yourselves an L. Just to give yourselves an L. And with all of these years happening, there's one truth that still remained. Big bank takes little bank. And no matter how much hate you got, that truth will never falter as to why Xbox is still standing tall. There's nothing PlayStation can do to it. It can't defeat it. It just can't afford to. It just doesn't have the funds, ladies and gentlemen. Game Pass is substantial. Look at that. I mean, only a donkey will run out here and embarrass themselves by saying it isn't, when we've been shown that it grows from 1 billion to 2 billion to 3 billion to over 5 billion. What are you talking about? The first thing you need to do is make sense, in which we know you can't make sense. That is your Achilles heels, you donkeys. You cannot make sense. And then when those brick walls, see, all these terms I created for you, when you finally hit these brick walls and you can no longer move forward, that's when you address your community. That's when you address your flagships. That's when you address your fan base, right? Your viewers. That's when you give them a little bit of the truth. But we're here to tell you that we've been telling more truth to your zealots than you have. And we're going to continue to do it. We told the donkeys that PlayStation games are going to come to Xbox. The only reason they haven't came to Xbox, y'all, check this out. Sony doesn't want to disappoint their 55-year-old fan base. You got cats out here almost 60 years old. 60 years old crying over a console. You got people out here almost 60 years old. You can't make this shit up. Console war, when console wars are dead, it's dead. It's been dead since 2014, people. The console war died in 2014. That's how long it's been dead. But when you have people who really can't talk about games, that's all they have to go by. That's the only thing they can do. And so this is why it frustrates them, because we're entering a new era. And this era is actually going back, where this new generation doesn't know nothing about, in which they're going to learn something about. And it's great, because it's going back to where the proof is in your wallet, not in your mouth. See, we've had over 13, 14 years of people just running their mouth. You see it all the time. You see it all the time. The emergence of YouTube has created this folly. YouTube is not gaming, people. It's not gaming. All right? Gaming speaks for itself. Anybody can get on a mic and just start babbling. Anybody can do that. Babies can do that. A baby, you can put a mic by a baby and just listen to it. Anybody can do that. But not everybody can get on a daggum controller and work magic on video games. Everybody just can't do that. They can't work that magic. They can't show their skills. So it's up to you to dictate. You, the viewers, to dictate who's who. But we know why y'all don't want to do that, because we know we don't want to let your favorite YouTuber down. We don't want you to feel sad for your YouTuber. So this is why we really don't have these tournaments like we used to back in the day. There was a level of which people could be in. And we know y'all really don't want to go back to those days, because your favorite YouTuber might be in the back. You know, like when we used to do pickup basketball games and everybody be in a line and everybody's picking and choosing, your favorite YouTuber might not ever get picked, or might be the last one to get picked. And you don't want that. You don't want that truth. And that's why they're not lining up for Gears of War Reloaded, because they don't really want to show you just how garbage they are in gaming. Here we have great things about to happen, where in some cases you have the PlayStation community combining with the Xbox community. And there's a lot of donkeys that are scared to come show up just for a little bit. We'll put it on record. Don't worry. We'll show everybody your gameplay. Don't worry. We will do that. But we can't do that if they're scared to even show up. Now we're in a situation where all their leaderships have failed them over the years. You can name them, from Andrew House all the way to Sean Lady, all the way to Jim Ryan. Are bye-bye. They're bye-bye. The media will pamper you, but what business do you know that can't hold leadership in a 10-year span? Look at the 10-year span and look up the leaderships that have come and go in PlayStation land. Last time I checked, Phil Spencer took over in 2014, and here we are in 2025, and Phil Spencer's still here. Last time I checked. We've only lost one of our comrades, and that was Major Nelson, but he retired. You can say Bonnie Roth, but we're talking about people that were in the forefront. We're talking about the foot soldiers. We've only lost one. And while Microsoft has reinvented itself with Xbox, it had to build its infrastructures up and give it self time, and in due time. The whole industry is shook, because the whole industry knows where it's going to have to go. It's going to have to go to the green light. It's going to have to go to the green light. There's no getting around it, people. And that's what makes this show so fun today. Because we've been saying, you're going to come home to us. You're going to come home to us. You can ride those wheels till they fall off. But the end result is going to be Xbox. And lo and behold, their worst fear has happened. But before we get to that worst fear, let's have a little fun. What's up with all these remasters, man? What are they going to do again? How many damn times are we going to have to see The Last of Us on PlayStation? And now they cooked up some good barbecue for their fans, right? Because now you can play this remaster in chronological order. Isn't that such great news, PlayStation fans? Aren't you excited? I got some mics for my panel. I got the chat pat in the building. I want to sit back and listen to some of my comrades, because this is going to be a fun day. Rez, I got a question for you, man. Famo, what the hell has happened to PlayStation, man? Raichi, what the hell is happening out here? Their games are coming to Xbox, bro. The whole slate. If the game hits PC, it's over. Just being on Xbox is just a beautiful thing. Cornucopia of whatever. Gaming storefronts over here. We do what we want to do. Applications to games over here. Activated, initiate sequences. There's nothing they can do. Just know that when a game hits that PC, Xbox fans are eating. Rez, what's up with this damn Last of Us chronological bullshit that we're seeing, bro? Explain this to me, Samo.
I think part of it is they're trying to capitalize on the TV series that just came out. Season 2, I think, is just finished up not that long ago, or it's gearing up. I can't remember, but yeah, that's a main factor. Is they're just trying to give the fans more behind the scenes, more different things in development that they utilize, like art, screen art, cinematics, behind the scenes interviews, stuff like that. People who it's only going to appeal really to the real hardcore base. It's not going to be for somebody who just casually watches the show. They're definitely trying to take more advantage of that fact that people love the franchise and that they'll keep spending money on it. I think that's a big part of it. Another part of it is just their continuing strategy, right? They look at this as an additional revenue stream because they lost their main revenue stream in Call of Duty, so now they're trying to make it up in little things like this. Their timed exclusivity deals, their third-party deals, their DLC, and other things that they incorporate with their multiplayer games. So mainly, a lot of that is just trying to get back a lot of the revenue that they spent on all those live service games, and as well as their first-party development, on top of just acquiring Bungie. So they've got a lot of debt to pay and catch up on, and they're kind of desperate. They're just looking for any type of revenue stream, and porting and remastering has done really well for them so far. Even though they're not as successful as they'd probably like it to be, porting and remastering doesn't cost nearly as much. It's much more profit than cost, especially when they're starting from scratch and not having to start from scratch with this. So I definitely think that's a big part of it as well. It's sad though, because it just goes to show that it seems like Sony doesn't know what direction to go in the future of gaming. Like they don't really have a plan. They're just kind of trying to play it safe and continuing on their current strategy of pursuing a live service successful title, of continuing on with less first party. Probably they're going to be investing more into AA and indie because of what they saw with the success of Expedition 33 and some other titles that have come out recently. They're definitely exploring porting to other platforms, which we're starting to see already. I wouldn't be surprised, and the donkeys are going to be really upset about this. But the fact of the matter is, Sony needs more revenue, and if you want those first-party experiences, which aren't working for them anymore, by the way, this is another reason why they're doing this, is because it just stopped working for them. They didn't have the success that they were having during the PS4 generation. So they saw the numbers. They're seeing, their biggest titles are doing pretty well. Like Spider-Man, for example, was probably the most successful, I believe. But outside of that, like they're not hitting the numbers that they want to see, right? So that's, for them, it's not a good thing for them to continue pursuing it. So that's why they're trying to go all these different other routes to what they see in the trends in the industry, like live service games as being a good revenue generator. subscription services, which is why they copied Microsoft and went with their PS Plus program and premium and extra. They basically copy paste, right? But just put a Sony logo on it, as we well know. But it's just bad for gamers, especially Sony gamers who are looking forward to new experiences, right? And they keep getting the same 2 or 3 games over and over again. I don't know how some of them don't get bored, Famo, because it just seems to me like, I mean, I could get maybe like the second time through, but like after playing it the second time through, like, aren't you kind of done with it? I mean, I don't know how you could just keep playing the same game over and over, unless you really like it. I mean, I guess I get that, but for me, like, there's so many games right now to play. It would be kind of a not a smart move to keep playing the same 2 or 3 games and not experience other games, because that's what I like, new experiences. So, this remastering strategy, it is working for them, like I said, but it's just going to hurt gamers in the long run, especially, if they don't continue investing in these remasters. And that's a double-edged sword, is like Sony's telling them, look, there's a reason why we're giving you these. Like, you need to think about it for a second. You weren't supporting us when we were initially launching without needing to do this. Now we're doing this. We're doing pretty okay on it, but still not enough. And you want us to continue to release our first party games, our first party experiences. No, it's not going to happen. Like, you need to help fund us. Like, because we see you guys. I mean, I'm sure they have social media communication managers. They have people in those areas who are watching the feedback and the community response to a lot of things. So they have to know, right? It just it's a bad situation for them, because they're so desperate.
That ABK deal killed it for them. They lost all their profit.
It did.
Yeah,
it did.
They can't put leash around other.
They can't compete.
Right. Yeah.
They're right now. They're struggling to keep going, because I don't know what I mean. Yeah, it shows that they have profit, that they're generating good revenue, but how much of that is going to debt, and then having to reinvest that money in their live service chase. I just the money's going to run out eventually, right? That's how I look at it, is the way that they're spending, and they're not getting the same amount of ROI on their different revenue streams. Nowhere near. I mean, Call of Duty just generates so much money that, like I said, they heavily relied on it like a crutch, and
you want to know what else is a problem?
But they couldn't make anything else successful. That was the problem too, is like they tried, even before PS5 generation, they tried to go the multiplayer route, and nobody was playing the games. So they're in a rock and a hard place. I mean, I don't see how they can get out of this, because there's just any direction they go is just not really working that well for them.
The best bet is for them to make a movie. Once they make a movie, make a game out of the movie and release them both. That's their avenue. That's all they could do now. It's profit off the movie and a little bit off the game. And I don't understand, man. Like, I'm cool.
Their movies aren't doing well either.
Nope.
Spartan.
None of that either. Oh shit.
But I wanted to say this.
Everything's not going well for them right now. That's the thing.
I wanted to say this. You know what's actually band-aiding Sony with PlayStation is the absent coverage of what's really going on with them. And it correlates to the same thing that Microsoft, right? Microsoft not giving anybody the numbers, right? And we all know that triggers the gaming media. The fact that Microsoft isn't giving them numbers. So what does that do? Because the Microsoft isn't giving them numbers, to what? To do what? Fuel their appetite for console wars, because what? We know that the gaming media are trash at playing video games. So they're not going to be this active gaming media of real gaming and real talks about games and real reviews, anything that has to do with realness. We know that the gaming media lacks that substantially. We all know this. And what happens is you only get a fragment, and probably not even that, of news of what Sony's really what's going on with Sony. Because let's just be truthful here. Sony bought the gaming media. So why would Sony have news about itself not performing in great places? All you're going to see, and I wanted you to read that off, Rez, because you actually have the article that DIRREC Tower is talking about. And I would love for you to read that when I'm done, because I think you sent that to me today. You sent that to me today to read myself. It's funny because DIRREC Tower just brought up a fact in here, posted it, and that actual information that he got is in that article that you sent me. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like the earliest one you just sent me, right?
About
That one.
the subscription reports.
Yeah, all of those
Okay.
things, right? So when I'm done talking, I would love for you to go back and just read that article, read it down, because in that, even in that, I found how funny it was, and sometimes it's not their fault. But this isn't like the gaming media. This is good stuff. This is real reporting, but this is real reporting off of just what they have, right? But we know when the gaming media is out here talking about PlayStation, it's not going to talk about things that they really know. They're going to avoid the things that'll make you say, that doesn't sound right. But what's funny is throughout the years, Microsoft has told everybody that we do not report numbers on anything. That if they do report the numbers, it's just going to be based off of the engagement, right? And we know that a lot of times the initial sales are easier to target. So when you get a game that comes out and you hear from the devs that it sold 1 million in 24 hours or something like that, those are those initial sales. That's what you'll get. But what you won't get is in 3 more years them talking about what it sold, or at the end of the year, unless it comes from that dev team that are told you can go ahead and say what you want to say. That's the only way you hear that. But that's just in the physical space. They're not telling you how much was sold in the digital space and all that stuff, right? So we know that even with the Xbox sales, you can't believe the gaming media, because the Xbox hardware sales are not being told by Microsoft. So the question begs, how in the hell does the gaming media know how many consoles that Xbox has sold? They don't. That's the answer, people. They don't. They make up a number for Xbox to fuel console wars, because they have nothing else to do. They're not going to tell you about video games because they're trash at that. And what that does is that gets the market for all the talking to rise. Then you'll get that. Then you'll get some of the linky links that are friends with some of them to start talking. Then it trickles down to the influencers, the YouTubers, and then before you know it, everybody's just congested with the same old stuff. And then what happens? Months go by, maybe a couple years go by, and then they get smacked with an L. That everything that they've been talking about was not even true. And this is on repeat. This is on repeat cycle. We see this over and over and over and over and over again. And it's only because the donkey universe does not want you to feel like Sony isn't doing too well. When I know an ancient book, right? That is the undisputed book in the world. There's only one. And in that good book of life, there's a verse in that book that says, you are known by your works. You are not known by what you say, but by your works. The fruit of your works will show what you are about. If Sony was doing so great, where are their games at? Where are their first-party games at? This isn't hard to understand. All you got to do is look. The works speak for themselves. If PlayStation Plus was so great, why come it can never get over 47 million? Why does it struggle? Why has it plateaued? Sony isn't making no more. They're not getting no more subscribers. So the base of Sony is there. It's flat. It's flat. 30 below. It's flat. Death rate. It's flat. Chat pack. The PlayStation service community is flat. And it's been flat for 5 years. I gave y'all the numbers on the last show. It's been flat. You wonder why Microsoft isn't telling you how much Game Pass is doing? Because it doesn't have to. You see the works. You read about the reports. You see that there's a 45% increase in Game Pass PC, 38% increase in Game Pass PC. It says increase. And when you go and you look at the model, they give you this 35 million. Where they get that from? Where they get that from? We already know that the gaming media is lagging behind. Where they get this from? But we do know this, that when you look at the only reports that you have, Game Pass is ruled on the Xbox community. It's not ruled on PC. It's not ruled on handhelds. The majority of the Xbox game subscription count comes from the Xbox community alone. So when you know stuff like that, like my man Magnaforce is out here doing, like my man Mr. Bushido was doing, like my man Other Zinc and them was doing, the Jago Sixes, these root gamers are out here that are showing y'all how to play. The He-Bots, they're out there. They're not out there being goofy. Old school G, they're not out here being goofy. They're out here showing you how it feels good to be older in age and to not feel ashamed of being a gamer. And you want to know who my ultimate one of that is for Di-RRec Gaming? My man J Mac, old graybeard himself. Look how he comes in here and he makes himself welcome with all that energy he does. And J Mac isn't corny at all. He ain't goofy at all. And notice how J Mac does not entice the console wars. He don't sit up here and try to lie about things. These guys I have respect for, because these guys, being of root gamer and heritage, some of them historians of great insight on gaming, they take passion on stuff like that. And they're not goofy. They don't have the sense of being stupid all the time. And you see this. The works are not there. They can say whatever they want to say for PlayStation, but the works are not there. They can't even keep their fan base subscribed to that damn service month after month after month after month. They straddle it. It doesn't even bring a value. It can't even drop day ones. And then you get PlayStation, you get the Sony leaderships trying to divert PlayStation on it, as if dropping first-party games is detrimental. How's it detrimental? It's dumb. You don't have another option. So you come up with some stupid shit like, well, you know what? We it's good for the industry that we wait for our games to come out on our services after 2 years. Bro, that's all you can do. You don't have an option. But Helldivers 2 didn't take 2 years. Concord didn't take 2 years. Marathon is hiding. What's going on? We don't believe you. You just say stuff, but the works are not there. But there is one person who says stuff and who is very consistent, and his name is Hiroki Totoki, and you got to protect him at all costs. because I made a show about my man, and he is the donkey's worst enemy. He don't care about what donkeys think, because donkeys don't reflect the true community of PlayStation. They're a laughing stock. They're always wrong. They're always a bunch of walking L's. That's all they are. They result to being foolish because foolish is their highlight. That's it. I'm taking air out of the room, famo. This is a slow cook show. Oh, we're not getting off for a minute. They act goofy by default, Smitty Smith. How do we know this? Because the book of Acts told us so. They can't act real. There's nothing real to act for on PlayStation. What is there real? What? If you act real, that means you got to come out here and talk about Fortnite. You got to talk about Madden, 2K. You got to talk about Roblox, Call of Duty, and Rainbow Six Siege. You got to talk about everything other than PlayStation games. As a matter of fact, we got to add Minecraft in there. But what's funny is all they say when they don't have nothing else on the books, right? Oh, they go back to Xbox is dead. Oh, it's Xbox this and Xbox that. And that's all they can give you. And they have a bunch of clowns in their herd, just a bunch of clowns. That is the weakest, funniest gaming fan base of all time. It's the most ignorant and the most stupid at the same time. Because a lot of them listen to these clowns. And it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't even bother them if they're misguided. Their hatred for Xbox is so enormous that even when they're lied to, they're just content with being lied to. Because they'd rather be lied to than to be told the truth about Xbox's greatness and that they should give Xbox a try. Because over here on Xbox, man, the value for your buck in gaming is super great. And their constituents, right? They'd rather lie to them, Spartan 117, day in and day out, to avoid them for seeing it for themselves. And this is the whole funny part about it. When we've been telling them, you need to get prepared. When we've been telling them, PlayStation's going to struggle unless y'all get a live service game for them. Unless PlayStation get these multiplayer games and these live service games, Sony's going to struggle. We've been telling them this shit for years, man. And while PlayStation 4 was over here touting about their sales, they couldn't give them no multiplayer game. And then right at the end is when they started seeing it. Oh, we need to start trying to work on it. They tried with the Uncharted garbage. That Nathan Drake multiplayer died. It was trash. It was utter trash. It didn't make it. Then The Last of Us appears again. It's The Last of Us. It's The Last of Us. It's The Last of Us. It's the last. If you a PlayStation fan, you should be sick and tired of The Last of Us. Because The Last of Us is going to be the last of y'all. It's going to be the last of y'all. They can't even get y'all a multiplayer. They lied to you. And you accepted it. Naughty Dog told you in 2019 that we'll have a multiplayer finish for you in the year 2022. And they lied. It took Bungie to come in with their crazy ass selves, make fun of that shit. And it got dismantled and never saw the day of light. There's cancels after cancels after cancels after cancels after cancels. But y'all trying to tell us that PlayStation is great. You just had a state of play about a generic ass Assassin's Creed Shadows. I mean, no originality at all. And you get these goofballs to come up on social media for the sake of likes. I don't come up on social media for the sake of likes. But these dimwits will. Oh, Ghost of Yote was the greatest thing I've seen. Oh, look, the graphics great. They ain't talking about that dog shit gameplay. They're talking about scenery again. When are y'all gonna stop talking about scenery? Scenery ain't got nothing to do with gameplay. And then the articles come out, and the PlayStation community is upset. These dummies can't even reflect the true community of the PlayStation fan base. They're over here telling you something else, but the real fan base is over here telling you something else. They're telling you they're not happy with that shit. Yeah, they're out here talking about 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. They're back on the 10 out of 10 like that's going to
They
say.
got another game of the year.
Yeah, we got another game of the year. Here it is. Here it is, a copy and paste reject generic coupon food stamp game, right? You know how they like to tell people they own coupons and food stamps and shit. But this game, they all the way from the mask, right? From the mask, G4, all the way from the mask. We cooking today, bro. Get y'all lives up. We clowning. Oh, we gonna be dropping names too. Don't worry. This is just a fun ass show today. They over here stampeding for a generic ass Assassin's Creed Shadows. Period. The fighting mechanics are trash. One guy on Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? You drop your ass down off of that village, and you might have 20 damn warriors on your ass. 20 of them. With 5 kingpin samurais to fight. You're not going to sit up in there and defeat all of them. You got to retreat. You got to start using some stealth mode. But guess what? Not on this game. On this game, you jump down, it might be 3 people. 3 people. One swing, you parry, slice, crack, kick him out the way. The other one says, okay, he's dead, my turn. He comes in. The same weak-ass PlayStation experience. It's the same weak-ass, generic-ass, outdated-ass gameplay. To a donkey, that's amazing because they don't know nothing else. That's just total amazing. You don't see no acclimate weather like you did on Assassin's Creed Shadows, man. If you've never played Assassin's Creed Shadows, man, the acclimate weather on there is ahead of its time. You literally run through a wilderness. You can't run through no damn wilderness in that damn generic ass game. What are you talking about? There's no slashing down bamboo sticks. There's no cut down sugar canes. There's no jumping off high ass cliffs. What are we talking about? What are we doing out here? A sore array of weapons and different abilities to perform and unlock. What are we talking about out here 30 below? You just got the same old concept, riding around on a horsey, jump off the horsey, fight you about 3 to 4 villains on one motion, get your ass back on the horsey, portrayed with the story. You're outdated, man. You're outdated. And the game don't come out till October. Nobody was talking about Ghost of Yotei last year. Nobody was talking about Ghost of Yotei this year. And you really think that we believe this fan base that don't buy games, that they're going to go out here and make this game a groundbreaking success with sales? Who are they kidding out here, man? You don't need to worry about Ghost of Yotei. That's a hit and done wonder. I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's I bought the game, I played it, I beat it, it's done. That's not what you need to be worrying about. We don't even care about Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei poses no threat. It poses no threat to nothing. What you need to be worrying about is how well Marathon is. Marathon is sick right now. You need to wonder how those doctors are doing with Marathon, because Marathon got up and ran. It got scared. And if you don't have Marathon being successful, you're back to these remasters again. See, this is why this remaster got thrown at you. Because Marathon had to get put on hold. There's no money coming in. Why do you think Helldivers came to Xbox? There's no money coming in. It's simple. We told you that PlayStation's going to hold off from making their 55-year-olds unhappy. They're going to do whatever they have to do to let you try to figure out that they're not mighty. They're going to try their best to tell you anything. But we told you, the bottom line, those games are coming to Xbox. All of them. Stellar Blaze coming to Xbox. Ghost of Yote coming to Xbox. Because y'all are not enough. Y'all have never been enough. They're not playing those games.
We got that Rogue Ally coming out, man. Ally X, everything. Steam Store, everything. Xbox.
That thing's going to sell out, famo.
It's going to slap.
That thing's going to be the talk of the town this fall and winter.
Yeah, have you ever seen one of those alpacas that you go up to it and then you want to try to be nice and just spits in your face? That's what Sony's doing to their gamers right now, just spitting like a donkey to their donkeys' faces, man.
Jay Rich, the whole slate.
The whole
slate, famo. While they were being funny, while they were being dumb and ignorant, what were we saying? What were we saying, Jay Rich? While they're really talking about Xbox whole slate going over there, which me, game trailers, and all of them kept telling them, no, they're not. You're going to get these old-ass Xbox games, right? Oh, no, we're getting y'all a whole slate. I said, no, y'all are not. But guess what? Those PlayStation games are going to come to Xbox, though. They're going to come to Xbox. I like what Raichi said, and I want to say this out loud earlier. Forza Motorsports needs to go mobile. Forza Horizon needs to go mobile. What a day that will be. You see? Make that game go mobile for people. And it'd be nice to see just how well that game blows up. It'd be nice. They tried. The ABK deal hurt them so bad. Y'all remember the 72-hour lies? Xbox was going to go bankrupt by your almighty Tim Dog? Y'all false prophet Tim Dog lied to y'all. Y'all put this dude up like he's some ultimate gamer. The joke's on y'all. He's an ultimate talker. That's for sure. But when it comes to them damn sticks, nah, he's a flunky there. Y'all listened to Crap Gamer for years, and he flunked y'all. He flunked them, Rain G4. He flunked them. Look at all these flunkies who tried to secretly destroy Xbox. Look at them. You even get some in here that just want to be comical. Just to be comical because they can't do nothing else for you. You got them out here singing karaoke songs and shit. You got some out here, they get so stupid they take their shirts off, pinch their nipples and shit. They do weird shit. Cyber Gunner, they start doing weird shit. They do everything besides gaming. You see what I'm saying, bro? They do everything besides gaming. People just like to hear people talk. These guys come out talking. What did he say? Oh, y'all just wait. Monday, y'all gonna be sad. And then when it didn't happen Monday, oh, wait, Wednesday. So he's letting you know that he's affiliated. There's a link. There's a spider web with these dummies. Just pay attention. It's in the work. The work shows everything. He flunked twice. So when Wednesday came, I guess we were supposed to be sad about 2 games that never got off the ground. We were supposed to be sad about Everwild. We don't know shit about Everwild. How can we be sad about something we never knew? I mean, let's be for real. We knew about Perfect Dark. That was a disappointment. I was looking forward for Perfect Dark. But if Perfect Dark never got off the ground, it never got off the ground. I can't be mad at something that never got off the ground. Yeah, it was told to me it was coming, but ain't that what all games are told to you? All games are told they're coming out. Or why the hell would they be working on them, right? Cyber Gunner. Real gamers play anything, anything, everything, and anywhere. I'll even go to this extent, Cyber Gunner. Real gamers just play games. It's not even about having everything, right? Because in a perfect world, that doesn't exist, right? So real gamers are going to play what they have. That's what they're going to do. I don't want to Switch 2. Switch 2 ain't giving me what I want. So I have an option, right? But I do have a Switch. No, but I know where you was going with that, Cyber Gunner. I know where you was going with that. I just wanted to break some more details down because they've even used that, Cyber Gunner, in the past to knock down people. They made fun of people who may not have something. And I've talked against that for years because there's people who don't even have consoles. They don't even want consoles, but they're down at the arcades. Aren't there gamers too? They're gamers. They may not even have, they don't even have a PC, but they're playing video games. That's what gamers are going to do. They're going to play video games. That's right. Everybody can't afford all the platforms. Ray says, Di-RRec, I want that Donkey Kong game. And
well,
listen,
I wouldn't mind having that too. The Donkey Kong game coming through.
the Donkey Kong game is fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not buying a $500 console to play that, and that'd be the only game I play.
No,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not gonna do it anymore. When I look at Nintendo, I look at Donkey Kong, I see Metroid, I see Zelda, I see Mario, I see Punch-Out. I see these games. And when I see something like Star Fox that can't be done right, I question Nintendo. How in the hell do you not have a great Star Fox game? Because, see, I want to try something different. Nintendo, you got these great little IPs. What happened to your Kid Icaruses? What happened to them? Everybody seems to be on a remake thing. You have the IPs for these great remakes. What's up? We see Konami. They're doing Metal Gears all over again. You see how well they're doing. I don't get it. Where's the creativity? Rumor has it we got a Castlevania coming out soon. I hope that's true because we need it. This generation needs a Castlevania. They need it. They need an open world sandbox or even an open world Castlevania. We need it. I know exactly what you meant, Cyber Gunner. That's what I said. I know exactly what you meant. But we'll say it anyway. Cyber Gunner said, what I truly meant is gamers play games. That's right. That's it. Not Twitter. I know exactly what you were saying. I just didn't want them to get you confused. That's exactly right. We, as gamers, we don't care where people play their games at. All we care about as long as they're playing video games. Talk about the video games you're playing. We don't care where you play at. But we also know that there's a universe of donkeyisms that hate Microsoft. I don't even think they don't hate Xbox, because look at the works. Remember what I said, y'all? It's in the works. So remember when we used to say this? I don't really think it's them hating Xbox. How do we know this? Look at the charts. Let's go to the charts, everybody. in the top 7 of US top charts. Number 1 is Elden Ring, Night Ring from Bandai Namco Entertainment. Number 2, Doom Dark Ages. Number 3, Forza Horizon 5. A freaking 4-year-old game has been resurrected on PlayStation and lands number 3. So this tells you, right? Because we're looking at their works. We're not listening to what donkeys say. We're listening to the works. The works say we like Xbox games. Forza Horizon 5 is number 3. Number 4, Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. That's number 4. Number 5, Black Ops 6. Number 6, and that's also on Xbox too. This is funny. MLB The Show 25. That's hilarious. But then number 7 is Minecraft. So really, in the top 7, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Xbox games in the top 7. So what does that tell me? That tells me that PlayStation fans like Xbox. How do we know this, people? How do we know this? Because we see my man, Legendary Yobi in the building. I'm trying to get him in here, y'all. I'm trying to click it in here. Hold on. I'm having difficulty. Let me just say something right here. There we go. No, I got you. I got to move in now. Hold on. I'm trying to get Cyber Hunter back up in here. Hold on. Let me do this. Something's up. There we go. And then let me do this. It's acting up. Let me just do this real quick. All right, I see all of y'all. I'm getting down to the Yobi because he hit the super chat. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. It's acting up. I'm a star, man. It won't even let me star him. That's crazy. It's trying to hate on my boy Yobi. I'm going to figure it out. I got you. Hold on. We're going to have to get in here to him. There we go. There we go. I found him. I had to start. I wanted to start. And our homie, the Legendary Yobi, always showing love and always showing support, man. We appreciate you. Y'all know the vibes. Legal, respect always. Nah, brother, respect you as well, brother. I had to star you up and get you in. I had to get you in there like that. I let you sit on here for a minute, brother. I had to. Thank you for that, famo. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's always something that goes against the grain. Anytime you see something with Xbox news, it gets swept under the rug. And the purpose for that is so that you'll continually thinking that Xbox just isn't profitable. So they'll come out with Game Pass isn't profitable. But then we get news that Halo 4 and Halo 5 are diamonds. They're diamonds. They're 10 platinum pluses. They're 10 platinum pluses. The Halo franchise is very healthy. Indeed. There's nothing wrong with the Halo franchise.
It's so rich. It's like you know how Michael Jackson and Tupac and the Bee Gees and the Beatles, they record sales. That's just how Halo is. You can't.
That's right.
You can't beat a legendary profit of a game. Just like these singers, you can't beat them. Sorry, they'll be like the correct word, like endless. It'll be forever. It'll
right. I know what you're talking about.
Always touch
classics, timeless classics.
Yes.
Oldies but goodies. I know what you mean. I know where you're going with that.
One
and that's a good
of the Master Chief Collection. That was it. They didn't touch anything else. One copy. Go have fun. And then they went and put their money on the Halo series, a new game. Then they profit.
No, that's a good metaphor right there, bro. Good
Xbox
metaphor
is
right
like the
there.
house of gaming, the king of gaming. Every single one of their games, again, they're timeless, endless. You get to go
Yep.
back and tap on it, touch on it, play on it, do whatever you want. Rent the Game Pass for $20,
Yep.
15, 25 for perks. Or you could just purchase the game at a discount with Game Pass. If you have even the core Game Pass, they give it to you. There's no excuses at this point no more. And as for PlayStation, man, you just shit the bed. Just go do your own thing. I would dilute. I wouldn't even do a console. They have TV. Sony sells TV. Where the f is their mind with their app on? If Xbox could put an Xbox app on LG TVs and other TVs, and Sony is not putting any apps of their own gaming console system on the TVs.
You know why though, Red? You know why that happened? They did that with Samsung, but you know why it's not prevalent today? Because they don't use it. They don't use nothing. This is the thing, bro. This is what we're talking about today. This is why we're slow cooking. Nothing that has ever transpired has ever lasted. But
they tried the PSTV and it didn't work.
Facts. Before we continue on that, I want Rez to read that article. Go ahead, Rez.
So, as we know, we have a gaming analyst by the name of Matt Piscatella, who on a monthly basis, sometimes bi-monthly basis, he releases all the latest gaming news and reports in terms of the financials. Well, there's an article about that I want to read. Bear with me, it's a little long. Title of the article is Video Game Sales Up 1% in May. Subscription Spending Surges. U.S. video game content sales rose 2% in May, reaching $4.05 billion compared to $4.03 in the same month last year. Total sales for the year are down 6%. Circana reported that non-mobile subscription spending surged, contributing to the growth in sales. Surged, keyword there. U.S. video game content sales rose 2% in May 2025. This growth was driven by a 29% increase in non-mobile subscription spending. Non-mobile subscription spending, according to reports from Circana. Despite this month's improvement, total sales for the year are down 6%, highlighting a broader trend of declining sales. The report also indicated that hardware sales were down 13% at $172 million for the month, while accessory sales saw a 6% decline from the prior year to $154 million. So far this year, overall U.S. sales, so how many sales total for us, is at $21.84 billion compared to $23.3 last year. Sony's PlayStation 5 sales rose 3% year on year, while Xbox Series spending declined by 30%, and Nintendo Switch spending fell 44%. Something Legal touched on earlier, Elden Ring Night Ring was the best-selling game of the month and the 11th best-selling game of 2025 year to date. Now, this is the important part of the whole article. The increase in subscription spending is a significant factor in the growth of sales. Gaming subscriptions reached an all-time high in May 2025, with spending totaling $0.6 billion, marking its third consecutive month of growth. Third consecutive month. Xbox Game Pass, a key service contributing to this growth, has seen mixed results in console sales, with Xbox Series X sales down 30% compared to May. In conclusion, while May saw a significant increase in content sales, the broader trend of declining sales for the year remains a concern. The rise in subscription spending, particularly in non-mobile areas, offers a promising avenue for growth, but the industry must continue to adapt to the changing preferences of consumers. So it kind of harkens back to what I mentioned to you before, where I've mentioned on the show before, sorry, not just you, Famo, about, people our pockets are squeezing and getting tighter and tighter. They can't afford to be buying that many games anymore, especially with the rise in the costs with the tariffs and everything else that they're having to spend out of pocket outside of their hobby. Subscription services are just even more appealing than they were before, even for some people who probably never had a subscription service before and always bought their games. Like, it's going to drift more and more people towards value, right? And who has the best value proposition? That keyword, those framed words that we always use here on the show, value proposition. Right now, I think Xbox offers the most out of all three, giving the whole package, not just including the games, but all the services and perks and rewards you get on top of it, and the discounts, all the different little nice bonuses you get with the service. And when you have a service that's releasing all of the big major releases every year on top of third-party releases and RPGs and everything else they love, indies, it's kind of hard to deny, right? And I think people are seeing that. Like, they know what Nintendo offers, right? They know what they know what NSO offers. They know what PS Plus offers. They know what Game Pass offers now. They're smart. They can do a comparison to know who's got what are the benefits, what are the downsides, who's giving me more value, more content, or of what I like than the other two, and they're gonna always pick that one every time, especially if the price is right. Which is why I think that for now Microsoft should not increase the price. And
so one more thing, Rez, I just wanted to add a cherry on top of the cake right there that you have, is that you game enough, you get reward points, it converts into cash. You could get Game Pass for free at all times. So you don't have to pay for gaming whatsoever. You could even buy games off the points that you get as well too. That's where the benefit is Xbox. I've never seen a other console be like, hey, subscribe to this. We're going to hook you up some points with the amount of points that you have. Here's the store. Go have some fun.
No, they don't. They actually want to charge you more for less. And Sony just recently removed their stars program, which is what supposedly was going to be, I think, was their defense or their counter towards Microsoft's reward system. But no, nobody has a better reward system. You could literally extend your Game Pass for months and years if you kept using the reward system. And no other company is doing that right now, and they're still doing it, offering more incentives. No other company that I've been with has offered me the same amount of gift cards for purchases. They've also given me free movies, which I'm a big movie guy, and neither of the other two never offer that. So like I said, it's just it's a lot of value in one package, and I think people are waking up and realizing, hey, I can't spend $80 anymore on these games. I can't spend $500 or $800 on a PS5 Pro, where I can just go get a Series S or Series X. It's just, they're going to go where they're going to get the best deal and the best bang for their buck. And it shows in these numbers. And it shows that Xbox is offering a lot of value because of, people are going towards it, right? It's growing. It's not declining. It's been growing for the past few months, actually longer, but for this year, it's already shown upward trajectory. So it's definitely continuing to be sustainable. Yeah, I know. Making a little short dig there because of our hooved brethren online who said that in the media, our buddy Chris Dring, Legal, I think you know him. He's quite a character. He loves to spin all these narratives and lies.
You said Chris Dream. Come on with it. Drop them names, bro. These cowards out here, funny as hell. Drop
And
them
then he had to
names.
backtrack when he found out, or when they, Xbox themselves came out and said that Game Pass is sustainable, and it's been generating profit since 2023, I think, or 22. So it's already in the green. It's been in the green. It's growing. I don't know how people are seeing that. Like, and I also say to the naysayers who said that subscription services weren't the future. Well, that's proven to be wrong now, especially considering the world economy and this situations with pricing. I think it's going to be more now than ever popular, especially with even just normal casual players, because people just can't afford to, have that kind of spending they used to. So they're gonna want to get something that they could play a lot of games for one price. Because that's why a lot of people subscribe to Netflix. That's why a lot of people subscribe to like Prime, if Prime's their thing. It's because it has all the movies and every TV shows and everything they want on it. That's increasing too in viewership and subscriptions as well, is in the movie and TV market. So yeah, it's a good sign. I mean, it just shows that this is the best thing for Xbox to capitalize on, given the current situation, because they can really bring in a lot of new customers, and maybe bring over some existing customers, people who are actually with the another platform. They might actually be like, oh, hey, maybe I should give Xbox a chance now, because Nintendo's becoming too expensive, Sony's becoming too expensive. So
they're way too much on those two platforms, man. Right now, I'm just looking at
yeah,
Game Pass. We got racers, F24. We got
everything.
shooters. We got soccer,
RPGs. Yep.
RPGs. We've got
MMOs. We've got tactical shooters. Yep.
right
Everything.
now, we got the Call of Duties. We got the Dragon Ball Z game out there right now. You could build your own city skylines. That's a beautiful game. You can make your own city and whatnot. Expedition 33, Cocoon, Crackdown, Crash Bandicoot. Say hello to Crash, everyone. You got Crash Bandicoot 4. Gives you 3-4 games in that.
And
The
Spyro.
insane, the racing one, Fuel, cricket game. What else you want? You got Crimson Skies,
everything.
Crisis, hottest game ever by one of the hottest developers, Crytek. I respect them so much for that Cry engine, man. These guys put in the work for that engine. Dead Space. We got Deathloop. We still Diablo, Doom. How much more can we say? WRC, Dirt Track Rally games, Fallout. You got every single Fallout. Look at this.
It's something for
Fable,
everyone.
Fable
You
2,
can't
Fable 3,
you can't
Fallout
be
4.
unhappy. Yeah.
Far Cry,
There's
simulators, Feeding Frenzy 1 and 2. I love that game. Fusion Frenzy, remember that one? 4 of your homeboys got together in the Xbox era. The Fusion Frenzy, I hope they come out with a new version for the Series X. You got Gears, Halo, you got Ghostwire, my favorite one for all my Middle Easterners, Goat Simulators, yes sir, 007, Grand Theft Auto. What else do we have here? Beautiful Hellblade, number 1 and 2, Hi-Fi Rush. We got High on Life coming back, Indiana Jones. We got Top Gunners, Killer Instinct, Cameo. They're giving you games from day one, Xbox until Series X, and they're Madden. We got NFL. We got all sports. We got everything here for $20 a month plus taxes. Nobody can complain, man. On top of all this, you get perks per game for free, add-ons and bonuses. You could NHL 94. Look at that, bro. NHL 2024, 2025. All the Westerners in Canada loves this. You got All Stars. Which one is this one here? Nickelodeon. There you go. They're unloading games. This shows that their integration is almost finished, and we're seeing everything that they're delivering promise to us. Garden Warfare. Remember that? Plants and Zombies, man. Prey,
fun.
Psychonauts 1 and 2,
multiplayer.
Quantum Break. Whoever hasn't played Quantum Break, go play it. But Rare Play, Redfall, the old school OG is still there, killing it. Tomb Raiders, Stalker, Rise the Son of Rome. We got bangers after bangers. Midnight South, SpongeBob. He put SpongeBob to Spyro. You got Star Wars. Look at this: Jedi Survivor, Battlefront 2, Battlefront, Squadrons. You got yourself State of Decay's a high-end game right there with zombies. Sunset Overdrive, the old school Super Lucky Tales, Super Mega Baseball, number 3 and 4. You got everything, boys, ladies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Shout outs to Dave Reezy. What's good, famo? I see you. What's up, J Mac? I see y'all in the building. Come on in, y'all.
You got
man.
Morrowind,
Keep going, Spartan.
Elder Scrolls, The Evil Within. You got all of this. Look at that. The Walking Dead. Sorry about that. You got
Gamers over everything.
Tom Clancy's Division 2, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six Siege, Tony Hawk's Skaters, to all the skater fans.
Facts, famo. Read that stuff.
It's
like gamers over everything just said.
Everything.
People will spend their money where they find better value. Now, what we were just talking about?
Watch Dogs.
You see?
Wolfenstein.
People
3D.
will spend their money where they find better value. That's the game. That's the clock. That's being played right now, Spartan. Rez. Because Rez just read about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are going to wake up. The consumer right now, there's more things important than just gaming. We're in a bad situation right now. With the economy, with inflation, with tariffs, with all this madness going on around the world, right? That no civilian asked for. People still want their hobby. They still want their hobby. And time is going to tell who is an independent consumer, who's a fan loyal consumer, who's a casual consumer. It's all going to tell. The industry may not like to talk about that because they don't want to segregate that situation, but it is a segregated situation. There's levels to this. We as gamers know our community. We know that there's people who just buy things for the sake of popularity. They could care less if it's the actual better product. Well, it's just because everybody else has it. That's why I bought it. I just want to be like everybody else. We know there's people out there that buy like that. Then we know there's people out there that want to buy the hottest thing. They want to buy the value of the buck. And then there's always somebody out there that wants to buy it from the deals. They're not going to pay for anything full price. They want the deals. They want the bargains. We know there's a variety of how consumers spend their money. Microsoft is betting, and they're very patient because they have the big bank. Let me tell y'all what this is like.
Day one.
Let me tell y'all what this is like. Microsoft has tried again to tell everybody in a way to make people understand what this is, right? The first description was like a race. Was like an Olympic race, right? You have the 400-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and you have your marathons, right? You have your sprints and you have your marathons, right? And in the now moment, you have your sprinters, which are Nintendo and PlayStation. They come out and they sprint hard. But when it comes to future value, they run out after the 400-meter dash. Sometimes a 200-meter dash or the 1 mile. I mean, they run out. But Microsoft tried to tell everybody 13, 14 years ago that what we're doing is a marathon. This is a marathon. And it won't be until we finish the race when everybody's going to see that this was just a marathon all along. They tried to tell people this. But when all you got is the donkey universe at hand with the media and everything else, you don't get truth. You're going to get a cloud. You're going to get a thunderstorm over the truth. So people have been clouded over this truth. But let me bring you up to a new update on that. Let's just get the racing out of the way, people. And let's look at it more like this. This is fishing. And to anybody who's never fished before a day in your life, fishing is an ancient way for men to go out and just relieve their stress, get calm, get over the water, throw their nets or their fishing rods out there, and they just kick back. And it's something that you find solace in. You don't rush it. It's just all a matter of time. You have great fishermen that are so great, they'll hook up their line, they'll throw it out there at close to nighttime, and they'll leave it. I've known fishermen to leave their lines there, come back in the morning, pull their lines up, and they got their catch because they really understand their abilities to catch something. They don't even have to be there. And what Microsoft is doing right now, y'all, they're fishing. This is fishing and then pulling up your net and seeing your results. In fishing, you're patient. You can't be impatient being a fisherman. You can't. They are betting on what Gamers Over Everything just said. People will spend their money where they find better value. As long as Xbox sticks on this value and just keeps beating this word value down, never letting off the word value, they're going to win the independent consumer. They're not going to win the Nintendo zealot. They're not going to win the PlayStation zealot. They're not going to win the mobile zealot. They're not. They're stuck in their ways, and they have a right to be. They want to. They love their preferred platform, and that's where they're going to play their games. There's nothing wrong with that. We're talking about business, people. But there's some millions of y'all that are over on those platforms that don't know why you got that. You absolutely don't really know why you got that. And he says, when you begin to see through the BS, it's easy to realize that Xbox is the better place for gamers outside of PC. Notice what he said. It's easy to realize. This ain't hard. And because it's so easy, the donkeys are furious. They are scared of one thing, Gamers Over Everything, the chat pat and my panel. Here's what they're scared of. They're scared of PlayStation not being identified with the word value anymore. This is why they hold on to this word called exclusive. You saw the dummy. You saw the dummy last week. Or was it this week? Early this week? Who broke down, who as a man thought to himself, I am going to come on social media and express my feelings to the gamers of the world as if we give a shit about your feelings. And I'm going to express that. And I'm an Xbox fan, and this is stupid to me, that I'm going to express that this is no longer my console anymore, the PlayStation 5, because Helldivers went to Xbox. And he doesn't realize how stupid he sounded as to his reason. His reason was because I believe in exclusives. In 2025, y'all, this guy, in 2020,
Oh, sorry, but it was funny.
Shout outs to the chat pack, man.
yeah, look, in 2025, y'all, in 2025, you have a guy out here talking about exclusives in 2025.
That's embarrassment, man.
That's embarrassment. Where the hell has this guy been living at? Under a rock, right? This guy must have been living under a rock for him to come out and say he believe. What exclusive is he talking about? Hold on. Is he talking about Spider-Man? That's not an exclusive. Is he talking about Ragnarok? That's not an exclusive. Is he talking about Uncharted? Not an exclusive. You know what, y'all? You know what? Y'all do it to yourselves, man. And he's in y'all's community. He's in the donkey community. He is in the PlayStation fan. This is your community right here.
They're all a bunch of crap gamers. That's
You
all.
don't know how to evolve. I told everybody, y'all have a VHS mindset. You dummy. This isn't about you. People gotta eat, man. These devs are trying to eat. Y'all don't go out here and buy games. So you rather let games die, right? You rather let games die and rather let the industry go unhealthy and crumble to the ground because you want your games only on your preferred platform in which it's just you. Who cares about you? Even if it was 20 million of y'all, that's not enough. We're talking their vision is 1 billion to 2 billion gamers, and you want the industry's vision to worry about 20 million of y'all because 20 million of y'all want exclusives. This is how stupid y'all get. Helldivers, but you talking about let me cook. Let me cook. Gamers over everything. Chat Pat, my panel, let me cook. They're talking about a game they didn't even support. He's mad and going to give up on a console of a game he didn't even support. They didn't make Helldivers 2 what it is. PC did. Helldivers 2 ain't exclusive. It's on PC. We can't make this shit up, y'all. We just can't make this shit up, y'all. This is how stupid and dumb the donkey community is, man. This is how dumb they are. You can't make this shit up. This game has been picked up by the PC community and has been continually played. If it was on PlayStation 5, Helldivers 2 would be gone now. It would be gone.
One thing, Famo, before, so sorry to cut you off. There's absolutely no community in the PlayStation. They're just saying fanboys. That's it. Let's just call them that, fanboys. There's no community whatsoever. I'm sorry to cut you off.
That's
I just
facts.
wanted to say that.
And look, and it's okay. I keep telling people, bro, they use the word fanboys in vain. I don't. It's okay to be a fanboy. Be a damn fanboy. Just make sense, bro. If you're going to be one, make sense. This guy is obviously he's a fanboy of PlayStation. Okay. That's not his charge. We're not taking him to court for that. We're taking him to court because you're talking about a game that's not an exclusive, and the reason why you're getting rid of your PlayStation is because of exclusives. You're going to prison for 25 years for being so stupid. You can't be this damn stupid. What game are you talking about? What exclusive game are you talking? Astrobot?
They've been stupid for 25
What
years.
are we talking about? Nobody cares about Astrobot. So what is he talking about? I'm sitting there listening to him and I'm like, bro, this dude is about to cry. And here's another stupid point. PlayStation doesn't have multiplayer games or live service games. What are you mad about? Why do you think that game should stay on PlayStation when PlayStation don't even have live service or multiplayer games? Bro, you can't make this shit up. You gotta be a special kind of stupid to make this shit up. And I'm just being for real. They can't tell you that damn fan base is a bunch of feelings, bro. They're weirdos, bro. I've been telling y'all this. They're weirdos. That's the only thing they think about. Notice they ain't talking about console sales because we've already beat them up enough to let them know that shit ain't gonna outsell the PlayStation 4. When this is all said and done, the PlayStation 5 is a failure. They see that already. They see that shit ain't finna do it. That's why they don't even talk about that shit. Every now and then you see them dummies out there pulling up console sale reports. I'm just ignore them. Don't even entertain that anymore. Just ignore them. Because when this generation is over with, they're gonna get that sad news. They're gonna get that sad news after next year when that lawsuit hit. You think it just got bad for them right now, right? You think them not having any video games is what's up right now. You just wait till after 2026, man. That shit finna get real funny out here. You think the PlayStation fan base is mad now. You just wait till after next year, man, when Sony loses that lawsuit. That shit gonna be funny as hell. You gonna see more games canceled. The hell y'all talking about? Like PlayStation's healthy, and all they're doing is canceling shit. You ain't got nothing out here. Don't see sucker punch. Man, nobody give a damn about no Ghost of Yote, man. Ain't nobody talking about no damn Ghost of Yote. We already know what people gonna be playing in October, man. We already know where the gaming community is gonna be at. It ain't gonna be on no damn Ghost of Yote. Get over there, play a little sword game, and get the hell off and get back to gaming where you gonna be gaming at. Bottom line. Your games don't last long. It's just facts. You got little Chris Dong. Chris Dong out here, he done got too sensitive since he lost his job. So I don't like what's going on. I'm gonna come out here and just make up some shit. Game Pass don't make no money. Game Pass is hurting Xbox. He's gonna say some dumb shit. I'm just gonna say some dumb shit because I can. It's social media. My name is Chris Dong. I'm Chris Dongadong. I'm gonna come out here and just say anything. And they had to give him the business. Nah, homie, it don't work like that. You out of all people ain't gonna come out here and just say some stupid shit. We don't care. That's why you fight. That's why we let you go in the first damn place. The way you report that yellow journalism, we had to let you go. That's what all of them do. Every single last one of them, from Tom Warren to James Court, they yellow journalisms. That's all they do, man. They overhype shit. They overextend the words. They over exaggerate shit. That's yellow journalism. They're not gonna tell you what really needs to be said, because what really needs to be said, you ain't gonna like it. They're not gonna tell you this type of shit. That PlayStation Plus isn't going anywhere. It hasn't grown or anything in the last 5 damn years. PlayStation community is not growing. They crack me up when they talk about, oh, the sales are up. Oh, up what? Ain't nothing happening. They're not telling you.
You went on mute, Famo. Rez?
Yeah, he must have dropped out. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing is the.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, go ahead, Famo.
I'm sorry about that. I got interrupted. But no, they don't want to tell you what offsets it, y'all. They don't. That's what they do. And that's why I had Rez to read that, because notice how they always want to make it seem like PlayStation's doing something. We all know that every single console hardware out here is down. Every single one of them. We know why the Switch is 40-something% down. Stupid, because the Switch 2 is here. Why the hell would the Switch 1 be up in so many numbers when the Switch 2 is here? I mean, you can't make this shit up. They want you, what's up, Death Solid? They want you to think, 3% up, look. But they're not going to report what's offsetting that. They don't want to report that. But Game Pass is doing so great that the content and services is doing so great, it's offsetting the console sales. You see, they have to let you know that. Because listen, how can something sell less, impact more? Have y'all ever thought about that? PlayStation ain't impacting shit. Nintendo with his brand new console ain't impacting. I told you it wasn't going to impact. I told y'all that. The Switch 2 isn't going to impact nothing because this is big tech era now. You are entering big tech era. You are entering the world of Microsoft. You are entering the world of Amazon. You are entering the world of Google. You are entering the world of Samsung. Those giants. Sony ain't nowhere in that book. They're nowhere in that league. This is big tech era. So Nintendo and Sony are not finna impact shit moving forward. Not a damn thing. You better get ready to be scared of this Leviathan of an Xbox that's coming out next generation. Because like my man, gamers on everything, over everything, said, when they see that value, when they see those storefronts, when they see all of that on top of Game Pass, when they see that EA, when they see all of this stuff, they're gonna say, damn, man. You mean to tell me all I gotta do is buy an Xbox and the Xbox is gonna be cheaper than the PCs and got the latest tech? The only thing that's gonna be outdoing that Xbox are them super high-end, them $3,500 PCs. And they ain't even gonna be doing that much. Their features are dog shit compared to Xbox. Xbox got features that make PC look like dog shit. A damn console with features. I can sit up here and jump from game to game to game to game where I left off at. I mean, right where I left off at. Go back to the game and start off right where I left off at. You can't do that shit on PC. You can't do that shit on no other console. That's the value of Xbox. Xbox is for the gamers, man. Jago6 says Microsoft is really in position to take over the gaming industry, which much of the same way Windows took over the PC. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Y'all wonder why I listen to y'all. Y'all wonder why I don't go around listening to these YouTubers. What the hell am I going to listen to these damn YouTubers when they're not as smart as you guys? I'm listening to y'all. We know what time it is, Jago. It's the same thing. Exactly. That's why Sarah Bond in that 1 minute, 18-second trailer that destroyed everybody, right? Destroyed all them donkey feelings, right? Said we're here to make Windows what? The #1 gaming brand. Platform, basically. The #1 gaming platform is on Windows. Why is that? Because Xbox is the video game brand of Microsoft when it comes to console. But Xbox is just a gaming brand. Windows isn't a gaming brand. They're going to bring gaming into Windows because with Windows, all gaming is possible. With Xbox, it isn't. And the same way they did Windows, like my man Jago said, is the same way they're going to do Xbox. And here we go. Since everybody hating on Xbox, everybody loves Windows. We know that for a fact because everybody's got Windows. And when you can put these things together and you can bring these games together, it's just going to be a gaming fiesta. All these clowns out here could do nothing. They could do nothing but lie to you. They all gonna fail you. Every last one of them. They'll come up with another show lying to you. You're doing it to yourself by listening to them. They say stupid shit like, yeah, I'll go out here and pay $120 for a video game. I'll pay $120 to watch a 2-hour movie. They say dumb shit like that to y'all. That's what y'all tune into, to hear dumb shit like that. In the meantime, ask them what games they beat. Crickets. Crickets. Absolute crickets. That's what you're going to get out of it. You're going to get a lot of bird chirping. But when it comes to this actual playing these video games, you hear silence. Church mouse noise, bro. You ain't going to get nothing from them. When they try to persuade an audience, there's sometimes with their words, they want to say stuff like, yeah, y'all, we're just gamers and anything. But the minute you tell them about a PlayStation game going somewhere, they get defensive. Because it's in them. That donkeyism, that donkey in their veins is in them. They can't help it. That's why I've always told y'all, never trust a centaur. Never trust a half-breed. You're an Xbox fan, you're different. You're different. We don't talk the same language. Don't come telling me about what you finna get on your PlayStation. Xbox fans don't want to hear that shit. Xbox fans ain't out here begging for no damn PlayStation game. I never liked the PlayStation. So we're not the same. Oh, look, man, that damn Gran Turismo, though. I don't give a damn about Gran Turismo, bro. I'm over here on this Forza Motorsport. That's an Xbox fan. We're not the same. You can't trust a half-breed because he's going to be sideways sooner than you think. Them centaurs are not happy because their PlayStation games are coming to Xbox. They just don't know how to stand tall. That's the difference. They're weak. You can't trust that. Because if you're a true neutral, you don't care. I've always said that. A true neutral gamer don't give a damn. He doesn't care what happens. I'm just here to play video games. Okay, well, this is a console war space. So why the fuck are you here? Get the hell out of here. Why are you here? Why did you have to say something? You a neutral. Why are you talking? Get the fuck up out of here. These dudes think they slick, bro. Notice how none of them are good, feel good for Xbox. None of them. When Xbox does something outstanding, these dudes ain't nowhere to be found. But as soon as something brings a Band-Aid to PlayStation, they got something to say. But they want to tell you they love Xbox. Man, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here, man. Us real Xbox fans, we can see through that bullshit, bro. My man Spark 117, he may play Halo more than any other damn game in the world. But guess what? He playing it. And when I want to play Halo, guess who I want to play with? People like him and Jago. Because they love playing Halo. And it's fun when I get to play with them. When I want to go play Halo, I know who to go play with. You want to play with somebody who loves playing a video game that they play. Now, when I want to play a game that I ain't ever played before, and I want to step out of my element, I got Resident Gamer for that. Because that's what Resident Gamer does. He plays all these out of the element games. And he may send me a trade. Hey, Legal, you need to try this game out. Oh shit, what is this? Oh man, it's good. You gotta try it out. And I know who to go to when I want to try something out. Because that's what he does. If I want to play a game that has to do with exploration and you're walking around the whole damn map, and I get with Realist because that's what he likes to do. If I want to get into some shooters like Gears of War and I get with games trailers because that's what he likes to do. But get with people. If I want to get with Call of Duty and shit, I get with Crazy Lou. I know because these dudes play games and will bust your ass. They will get into it. I've recorded them. I played with them. These dudes are good at what they do. Even crazy ass Teknoblast. He's good at what he does. These dudes play games. I can respect that. But you got to get with people who play games. You've been lied to. It's all over now. And you're mad because people want to move on? You still hanging on? These dudes are trying to tell y'all some shit to still try to drag a console war out. Bro, it's over, bro. It's over. The Helldivers 2 broke y'all's backs. Y'all are paralyzed. There ain't nothing else to say because y'all told the universe, the donkey universe, that it wasn't ever going to come to Xbox because that was the only thing holding your stupidity together. And when it went to Xbox, your stupidity got exposed. What you truly are got exposed. And now you're exposed. You're naked. You're running down y'all's highways butt ass naked. The police trailing y'all, finna lock y'all stupid asses up for indecent exposure because y'all are mad because a damn service game, multiplayer game is coming to Xbox. And y'all can't stand it. So what y'all did was y'all got together, y'all congregated up and in a total room full of foolishness and said next week we're gonna come out here and say Game Pass is not making no money for it. Yeah, that's what we'll say. That's right. We'll come out and say something like that because we're mad. And then you had a bunch of I circled that shit. Look at them all repeating posts. They were saying the same shit, looking dumb as hell. Game Pass ain't making no money for it. Did you see another one? Game Pass ain't
Copy
making no.
paste.
Yeah,
Yep.
about as dumb as it can get. And then the report comes out. That Game Pass is making oh man. And then it's back to the drawing board. This is what I'm telling y'all what they do. I'm telling y'all what they do. This is how lame they are. Instead of playing Elden Ring, right? Because that's the number one. That's one of the number one games played on PlayStation. Instead of playing that, they on Twitter. Like my man Games Over Everything said. They on Twitter. Oh man, we got 30 below in the building. Hold on, I'm gonna try to get them. It acts stupid with y'all for some reason. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's see if I can get them on there. Hold on, 30 below. It keeps acting stupid and I don't know why. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, then let me do this. Why is it doing that? That don't make no sense. It's not letting them show it. Stupid. Hold on. It'll tell me that. But when I do this, there we go. Okay, got him. Man, my man put out a code, y'all. Damn. I don't know what that's to, but 30 below for $5 put out a code. God bless them. To anybody who wins that code, man, there you go. That's what the Xbox community does. Shout out to 30 below, man. Can you tell us what that is, fam? Can
Out
you
to the
let it?
homie, man.
That's
That's
the
what
homie.
games
Can
should
you?
be about.
Who? What is this? What code is this? To what game is this? He's gonna keep it a secret, I guess. But I don't know. But he put the code out here, live and direct. F4Y4WV7F 2366PFQ F29QP RP6JZ. What game is this? Damn, Game Pass for 1 month. Okay. Got you all some Game Pass for 1 month. All right. I ain't mad at you, famo. Keep it gaming, y'all. Stop listening to these idiots, man. Stop paying attention to this gaming industry with yellow journalism. I'm telling y'all. They don't know the exact numbers of anything, especially when it comes to Microsoft. They don't know. Don't pay it no attention. Just get your little article reads and go on about your business. You should understand which ones you should hang on to, which ones you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? When they start trying to give you numbers, you already know they're lying because Microsoft don't give out the numbers. Unless you hear it from the devs, you can take it from the devs. You ain't listening to the devs, who don't pay no attention, no insider shit. Because you saw what happened. They failed when they thought, oh, we were gonna be upset. We can't be upset about 2 games that didn't even exist. They never came off the ground. They were in somewhere in development. They were stuck in development. Just never came into fruition. Okay, we move on. Get back to gaming. That's what we're gonna do. And that's what I expect y'all to do. Keep it gaming. Stop listening to these idiots, man. Stop listening to them because that's all they're gonna give you. They can't give you anything else. It's time to get it back to gaming. The gaming is going to get you back to gaming. You have 2 choices. Either you're going to game or you're not, because that's where it's going. It's coming to a point where if I want to play a PlayStation game on my Xbox, I get to decide to do that. I don't have to have a PlayStation. You remember when they used to do that? Remember when they used to you remember the big question? Why does anybody need an Xbox? Notice how that ain't being asked no more. Notice how that question, Rez and Spartan, doesn't get brought up anymore. You know why? Because now the real question is, why does anybody need a PlayStation? That's the real question. That's why. Well, these games, they're going over on the competitive side. Well, what's the reason for having an Xbox? Because I still got quick resume. I still got the best damn controller in the world. What are you talking about? I got Game Pass. What are we talking about? Chat Pat, what are we talking about out here, man? You think I'm going to give up all of that to buy a PlayStation? Does people really believe that? I'm going to give away all my Xbox features, my great ergonomic controller, the great community, the great clubs and groups, the great friendships and family to run over to the PlayStation. What game is going to make you run the PlayStation? We're getting Black Myth Wukong.
You're just gonna get yourself. You're getting yourself into more debt selling your Xbox, going on a PlayStation, and buying that game on that jank dog shit console. No thanks, bro. We're sticking to Xbox. We got value, like you said, quick resume, velocity, architecture, machine learning, AI. We've got everything. This is stick to where you are. Enjoy your gaming where you are. It's not worth going for a Sony right now. Your liquid metal is busting right now. Console, bro.
You don't even know if your console's gonna last another 2 years.
This guy on X, he's like, is this normal? He was on the dashboard. He quit the game. The whole entire screen shut off and came back on, and the game was still on.
They don't even know if they have. They don't even know if their console is going to work in another 2 years.
7 variations. They came out with 7 variations.
7.
Their PlayStation 5 is the Xbox 360 red ring. That's what they're going through right now with their liquid metal, and they're hiding that shit. Media blackout, bro.
Jago says, the new legal. Have you played that Towerborn game yet? Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, it was damn Resident Gamer Zero. I told you, he got me on that shit. We played a session. We stopped because we wanted to get more people. We just ain't got more people yet. But we were going to keep playing it. So, yeah, Jago, if you want to join us, get with Rez and he'll get me on and we'll run some more. If you got a teammate as well, all 4 of us. Is it 3-player or 4-player? Rez?
Should be 4-player.
Then, yeah, we can get 4 people. And then it'll even get more fun. Because I'm all down for that co-op game, and I love that stuff. And also, Jago, we're also looking for people to play the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game with us. So anybody that wants to come up in here and join us in those co-op games, let us know, please. Because that's what we're waiting on. That's what we're waiting on. I want to get the footage on it, have some fun, and let's rock and roll, y'all. Let's grab the mic, spit some bars. We ain't got time for all of this dumb stuff. What'd he say? The same for listen. The same for Halo 5. Now you know you know we have fun on that. It's facts. Yeah, yeah. The same for that. What I'm doing right now, we're talking about video games, which is great. What I'm doing right now, I'm actually on Mind's Eye, and I know how people felt about Mind's Eye day one. I didn't have a day one experience because I didn't buy it day one, but I bought it that weekend. What? I'm lying. Talk about I bought it. Games Heroes. I won the bet with games. He asked me what game I want. I said, give me Mind's Eye. I want to see what all the hoop flaws about. So I've been on my Twitch. I've been playing it, and so far it's good. I've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but nothing. Y'all gonna, if you see it, if you watch my gameplay, right? When I finally upload the series of my recordings, you're going to see there wasn't. I don't know what was good.
I liked
don't
what
know
I
what
saw. I
happened.
did watch your gameplay. It looked like it was fun.
It doesn't. Did you? Okay, Rez. Since you said that, did you see any tears and glitches and? Be honest. What did you see any of that stuff?
I saw like some frame rate dips, but outside
Right.
of that, no, I
You
didn't.
you might have, and there was a time where I might have seen like a jitter spot when you're coming to a new board and things start to appear. You might see something like that, but I didn't experience the first day. So when I was hearing all of that stuff, I knew they threw an update in, and I knew they were doing whatever they were doing. But when I bought it when I downloaded it on Saturday or Friday night, I started playing it immediately. I played like the first hour or so just to see if I was going to see anything. And I didn't see anything. I haven't, still to this day. I mean, no game is perfect, right? But I haven't seen anything. I don't know. So I just hope that I know that there's some issues that they're working on. Um, I myself, I don't like the 30 frames per second, but because of the way the game is, that 30 frames per second is getting away with murder. You know what I mean? Just because of the way the game style is. But to me, that's a cop out. Like, I don't care the way the game style is. I want that feel, right? I want that feel. And so that part about it, I want I wish when they finish this game up and sell it again, that's in there. But I'm gonna play it in this format. I'm not gonna wait on it. I'm gonna go ahead and play it and beat it. But it's not bad. My opinion, it's not bad. I give the game a 7 out of 10. Okay, because I got some complaints. It's a 7 out of 10. If this game gets some work on it and it's 60 frames and stuff, it bumps up to about 8 out of 10. I wouldn't put it no further than an 8.3. No 8.5. Nah, it ain't that. But 8.3 could be the highest and down to a 7.5. Anybody under 7.5 is lying. The game is decent. It's not trash. It's just the expectations, I think, is what hurt the game most than anything. The game, when we saw this game and we saw the effects and everything, we looked at this game as a high caliber game. That's why. And then when you see all this stuff that's happened to the game, it's kind of like a letdown. So I get it, but so far so good with me. It's not that bad.
I have a
I'm having
question for
fun.
you.
What's up?
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you at the point where you are struggling to finish it, or are you having fun?
There you go. No, that's what I'm saying. The game, I'm looking to finish it. I'm not struggling like, oh, this is dragging. There's parts in the game, right, where you don't know something. But you do when you die, or sometimes you just don't die, it's just a failed mission. When you fail the mission and you start back, you kind of get the sense of what you need to do. And it's in the second time you can do it. It's not like something that just keeps happening. You stuck. Oh man, I'm just, it doesn't give you that. So there's times in the game where you may not be able to catch on to something at first, but you'll catch on to it. And then you just keep on going. It's got a good little story to it. It's got that. sci-fi / military thing going on, and you know what I'm saying? It's decent, man. I ain't tripping on it. I'm okay with the game. Is it the best game I've ever played? No, but it's not the most garbage game I've ever played either. You know what I'm saying? Like I think personally, we're in one of the dumbest ages of gaming. That's my opinion. Because it seems like gamers just like to ragdog a fucking game for no reason. Like, bro, I sat here and watched the PlayStation community make YouTube videos of Spider-Man when it was buggy as hell. They were out there making YouTube videos, making excuses for the game. I'm enjoying it. This one dude flying as a fucking light pole. Oh, I'm enjoying it though. It's just great game. Spider-Man ain't even on the picture. Ain't even on the screen. It's a damn puddle of water swinging a web around. And they were making excuses to stop, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I've seen worse. A lot of times, you know, developers, they go through a lot of stress with these investors. They go through a lot of stress with these scheduling, and things happen. We as gamers got to stop acting like shit don't happen. I mean, we've been in gaming too long to act like the way we act, man. It's just kind of goofy and corny at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're gonna buy, like, what cracks me up is sometimes gamers just make fun of a game because they know they ain't gonna buy it. So that's what they do to try to fit in. That game is like dog shit, man. Dang it, bitch, you wasn't gonna buy the game anyway. Shut the hell up. You gonna act like you was gonna buy the game anyway. You know you ain't gonna buy the game, so you want to talk bad about it. Shut the hell up. Like, y'all gotta, man, we gonna have to start. We ain't going next generation with this dumb shit. We can't, bro. We can't do this. We get one more great. We got Xbox at its highest point ever. We can't be dealing with this dumb shit, y'all, man. Y'all can't be letting me down like this. I don't think y'all can go on 20-something years of being stupid. Come on, y'all. I know better. I got more faith in the gaming community than to think that we want to do this shit for another 15 years. Y'all out y'all's rabbit ass minds, man. Let's get this shit back to gaming, man, and hold people accountable. It's okay to come out here and talk what you talk, but motherfucker, if you ain't gaming, shut the fuck up. That's just how I look at it. You ain't gaming, you ain't pinning the work, man. Get in the back of the line, bro. We ain't got time for your ass, man. Get back there, bro. This next generation should be for those who actually put in the work, man. And we should exalt those. We should salute those kind of gamers that actually put the work in, man. That actually showcase. Like I said, I see these guys out here, Magna Force all the time, putting up clips, man. Salute guys like that. Showing gaming all the damn time. That's what it should be. We're in a gaming community, right? Why we got all this damn talking and no gaming clips in a gaming community? Come on, what we scared? exactly, Jago. Some of these cows weren't even born, bro. I mean, for real, fam. It's spooky out here, bro. It's crazy. I mean, but it's up to y'all, man. Because listen, you can't be looking at Jago 60 be carrying the torch. Yeah, I know y'all ain't gonna be looking at some of these 50-something-year-old dimwits on your side to keep being as stupid as they are. And one of them probably don't even have 25 more years in his lifespan. He can't remain this stupid by default. So I know y'all gonna have to do better, man. Get used to them games going all over the place. We're back to where consumer purchase is gonna be king. It doesn't matter where you play your game at. It's gonna matter whether you buy a damn video game or not. Because you don't buy that damn video game on that console and you don't put your money into them services, you are going to fail your preferred platform. And I'd rather have it that way. So nobody can sit up here and blame legal. Listen, I ain't with the every owning type shit. So something falls apart and it ain't what I prefer, ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. I don't buy shit to just let it sit and collect dust. That ain't what I do. I don't get a kick out of it either. So that don't make no sense to me. Are you gonna buy something and you don't even play it? I mean, Resident Gamer Zero, how does that make any sense, fam? Like, I'm serious, bro. How does that doesn't even make any sense.
I think they've kind of lost what gaming's really about, and they've got
Speak on it.
got
Talk
themselves
about it.
pulled into the politics of it and the drama of it and the negativity of it, and they've gotten more accustomed to talking about it, watching it, and listening to podcasts and shows, and spending too much time on social media instead of actually doing what their hobby's supposed to be about, which is gaming. You know, playing games, enjoying games. And I think we need to come back to that, you know, because this environment that we've created, or not us, but I mean like the gamers they've created on social media, it's just, and on YouTube, and with the grifting and the misinformation and the clickbait, and there's a lot of trust that's been lost, a lot of camaraderie, I would say, a lot of kind of gamership, you know, or, you know, it's supposed to build friendships and community and relationships over games. Like there is none of that anymore. It's just about, how do we attack this game? How do we put up these plastic trophy awards and these scores to make ourselves look better and feel good, and trash the other competitors and their fans because we want to feel good about ourselves. And, you know, we don't care about the games that much anymore. We just want to, you know, use them as talking points, or as I have this, you don't, you know, just nothing that really is what the essence of video games are about in gaming. You know, they've just kind of lost that soul of it, and they've just become a soulless shell of just hate and toxicity. And I think we need to start changing, start becoming better, and turn that around, and go back to, you know, the roots, go back to, you know, what we should be doing, which is sharing our love for games. That's my thoughts on it.
I'm with you, man. And we're trying to get people to see that. I think majority of people want that. I think a lot of people don't care. I think the majority of gamers could care less. And I did a little test about this too. I'm not just speaking just to be saying that, right? I did a test where I showed Helldivers 2 coming in on Xbox, and I was talking about how there it is already up for pre-order on Xbox, and it coming out in August, and Xbox fans are going to get ready to play this, right? And I said in there, like, you know, this is a win for gamers. This is a win for gamers, not people who just want to, you know, just talk that talk, but just for gamers in general. Because a game like Helldivers 2, you know, there's some games that really just don't make no sense, right? I never understood why Helldivers 2 would be secluded to just one base, knowing damn well that the PlayStation base is going to be the weakest for that situation, right? It's going to be one of the weakest for that situation. But I understand it as a business model, right? If Sony was going to publish it, then I understand them keeping it on their platform for a while. I get that. I have no problem with that, right? I get that. But here was my issue. When you saw that your own base didn't give a damn about that game, and you saw PC, you saw the arrogance of Sony. What did they do? They smacked the PC community. Told the PC community they ain't better. They got to get a PlayStation account. And you want to know what that was all about, y'all? Let's just keep it all 100,000 funky right now. PlayStation, but Sony did that to the PC community for PlayStation so that they can manipulate the PlayStation Plus subscription count. That's what all of that was about. Because it goes back to what I was telling y'all. They know that the PlayStation subscription count isn't growing, Rez and Spartan and Chat Pat. So in order to get that number to move up, right, it was to force the PC community into it. And then the numbers were gonna go up. And I'm gonna tell y'all what was gonna happen. Soon as those damn numbers go up, guess what they was gonna do? Send out the information for those damn yellow journalisms to come out with those articles saying, hey, PlayStation Plus subscription counts are rising. It's at 50 something million. Never before, record break. That's what they were trying to do. But let me tell y'all something about that PC community. Man, that PC community came out and just told the truth about PlayStation Plus and PSN Network. They said, man, if Sony thinks that we are going to subscribe to that dog shit, they have lost their minds. That unguarded platform. It's true. I'm a PC gamer. You think that I'm gonna subscribe to something that ain't even protected? You lost your mind. You should have saw some of their comments. And that game went from 450,000, and I'm not making this shit up, 450,000 gamers, and it's dropped to damn 30 to probably 19,000 today. Look it up, fact check me. I remember seeing it at 29,000 at one point. You can go look it up right now. It's probably at 30,000, maybe less, but you can look it up. I dare the chat pack to come in here. Give me an accurate number, chat pack. Somebody put the numbers up. Go to Helldivers Tomb Steam player count. Put the number in here. But when you talk about 450,000 to just 30-some thousand, that's bad. Y'all, that's bad. That's bad. And you got people crying over that. The same ones that were crying are not even playing the game. You got whack-ass J-Dub out here posting more than anyone in the world. But I dare y'all to tell him to show his gaming receipts. If you want to see something funny, go get those game receipts from J-Dub. You think that shit's funny, bro. If you think what I'm saying is hilarious, look that shit up. That shit is funny as hell. Look. Oh, it went up. There it go. Here's the accurate number. 51,495,000 people from 450,000 to 50. So Jago, it went up. They went up about 20,000 right now.
The only thing is that the gain is they lost 10,070, and in percentage, that's 18.95% players. Even though it gains, it has major losses.
Right. And still, at 51,000, the PC community is still keeping it up. They gained about 20,000 people, but think about it. It's the hype of the game. People getting ready to play with some Xbox fans soon.
Shout outs to the PC masters that are carrying PlayStation games on their backs, man.
Facts. They're playing the game.
Yeah. Shout outs.
Because Helldivers wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the PC community. It wouldn't be here.
They're helping the Sony fanboys fund their new first party IP games.
That's true.
Whenever it comes out.
And we will be too. And we will be too when it comes.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Let them have all the games that they want. I don't know why they're crying over everything, man.
Because okay, I'm glad you said that. Because we're going to go back to the root of it. The reason why they doing this, Spartan, is because of what Resident Gamer Zero said. They are scared of people seeing the non-value in PlayStation. There is no value in PlayStation. They can't tell you. This is why they be talking about just exclusive. They don't know nothing else to talk about. Exclusives do not sell their console. That's something that they put in their brain, bro. They put this in their brain, Spartan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They put this lie in their brain to validate why they're PlayStation gamers. Xbox gamers ain't never did no goofy ass shit like that. We don't validate. We don't have to sit up here and try to make you wonder why we're Xbox gamers. And it sure isn't because we trying to be popular. Gamers over everything says, but new legal. I don't know what everyone expected when you have a community that only champagnes console sales. That's it. That's it. What are we talking about? This ain't a community. This isn't a gaming community that talks about engagement. They laughed at that. When Microsoft was talking about that shit back in 2016, they laughed. You know what they said? They said, "Oh, this is because Microsoft can't sell consoles." That's what they said. We all know what they said. This is because Microsoft can't sell consoles. That's why they're talking about engagement. That's how dumb. Bro, if you say that right now in 2025, look how dumb you sound. Because what just happened in 2025? Sony came out and had to smack them again. Remember, they smacked them before, but they had to really smack them again. And the lady and that young guy had to come out and smack them. On top of Hiroki Totoki coming off the top rope with the elbow smash on him. And said, this is all about engagement. What they say, we ain't even going to talk about PlayStation Plus numbers no more. That shit ain't growing. That's why we're not going to talk about that shit. We're not, what they say? We're not even going to talk about console sales anymore. They're not going to talk about the one thing that donkeys hold their book of donkeyism to. So now that the donkeys know now, they got nothing to go off on. So now it's just full being dumb. Let's go full 100% dumb now. Let's just go full stupid. And what does that tell y'all? Because it's in the works. Remember, this is all about you are known by your works. So look, check this out. Check this out. Resident Gamer, 0. If Sony is saying that to their fan base, right? What does that really say that what they're saying to the donkeys? What are they really saying to the donkeys?
You don't support us enough.
There you go. That's it. We don't care what you say. What you say does not reflect our vision of this platform. You do not support us enough for us to care about what you say. That's exactly right, bro. I mean, that's it. This is why they got so mad, because now they don't have nothing to run off of. Get out here, y'all. Enjoy your gaming. Go play your video games. What a great day is it going to be soon. Don't worry about anything. Go play your games. Play them. Because one thing about being an Xbox gamer, Resident Gamer 0 is Spawn. Hold on. Hey, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
man. Oh, you went back out. Come back in. Rez, you still there?
Yeah, I think he probably lost audio connection. I wonder if he's got like another headset or something that keeps pairing that's switching the audio.
Something going on.
So where he could talk, but we can't hear him, you know. But yeah, Sony's been saying that a lot lately. They've been telling their fans, you know, you talk a big game, but you're not showing us the game. You're not doing what you're saying you're doing, and we're having to make all of these different moves and all of these different strategies, and we're pursuing live service, something as successful as Call of Duty, because we can't rely on you anymore. You're not doing it for us. We need to look for other avenues. They're basically telling you right in your face, you're not buying enough of their games.
We need new players. That's what they're saying. We need new players. And these fanboys are not listening, and they're not playing. They're just going on YouTube and watching us play and watching others play, waiting for that sale to come through. I just saw another dude on X talking about, I just finally started playing, what was that game that came out? Cyberpunk. Like these dudes just sit there.
Yeah, because it's free on PS Plus.
There you go. There you go. Bench it out and then get others validity, however you say the validation of others just to play that game. That's not cool, man. Like they're selling themselves short just to play a game. I mean, you could go out to a bar, a restaurant, spend what, 150, 200 a week. Yet you can't even sit there and spend what, 80, 90 bucks comfortably playing the game.
Facts.
Because it's a popularity contest. It's not about gaming.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, games come out. Xbox gamers get the collector set, the regular set, the deluxe edition set. We buy it all, man. We do it hard. They don't. Only one out of like what, 10,000 other gamers just go out and buy deluxe editions and shit. They're giving us the farm on Xbox, man. I'm so proud of them. Sony just shit the bed, bro. They don't have anything for their mobile. They don't have anything for their console. Marathon's getting slapped by a copyright strike trying to sit there and copy other games, art plate and all that. It's a sad time to be a PlayStation fan and gamer right now.
Yeah, they just announced that Call of Duty Mobile made $5 billion and Diablo Immortal made in the billions too for revenue.
There we go. It's all about rev now. It's that good old days back in the 90s. Hey, I got a better console than you do. You got a better console now, man. This is all the same, all chip architecture, just different specs. Yet Xbox falls to be better. They're looking the future. Our Xboxes, man. Not once have I heard any fault, malfunction, failure, this, that. Only maybe one out of what out the factory, which is normal. A solder didn't go through a HDMI, but we never had this liquid shit. When was the last time you heard of Xbox spilling beans there? Even in the 360, none of that happened. It was just the overheat in that chip. They fixed it. They have nothing going for them right now. I don't see a vision. The only thing is just blowing your controller and get Astrobot from one end of the ocean to the other.
Well, it's because, man, they don't really. There's no funds. We know what it is. So just like the Go to Yote bundle already, it's already bundled because
they watch Pornhub and they blow in their controller.
Yeah, it's just right. It's just because they have to find a ways to to make means. So it's already going to be bundled. It's already going to have a console to go with the game. It's already going to have all of that. I mean, well, how else? I don't know, man, because I don't see the console selling. Just like we just found out about PlayStation 5 being left out on these key features. They're only going to put them in the PlayStation 5 Pro. And and PlayStation 5 fans are upset because they're like, Sony they just basically shitted on us. They're leaving us behind. And I mean, I don't really blame them because majority of the people out there have PlayStation 4s and PlayStation 5s. The PlayStation 5 Pro is not, don't nobody buying that shit. But I don't know, man. It's just weird to me how Sony is doing what they're doing. I don't know, man. It's gonna be something to see in the next 2 years. Just the next 2 years for PlayStation 5 brand is gonna be a trip because I see some light at the end of the tunnel with Grand Theft Auto 6. Don't get me wrong, I see that,
well, you saw their prophet, Mr. Cerny, actually came out and said, don't expect the PS6 for years.
Yeah, what did I say, Resident Gamer? I said, look, Xbox is at least going to be out by itself for 2 years. I know people want to laugh at me. Fine, laugh. But I already said you got the 2026 is the year of the 25th anniversary for Xbox, right? That year is going to be dedicated for that. When I first said 2026 in the past, I wasn't thinking that the 25th anniversary was in 2026. So I had to come out and correct myself. I said, nope, the console ain't coming out in 2026. It's going to come out in 2027. All right. Then I said, okay, so think about it, y'all. Think about it. What's the one word today that gets so much negativity right now? It's the word exclusive. What's the one thing that Xbox gets hampered about? Not having enough of them, right? But Microsoft is moving in the direction of content and services, which everybody else is eventually going to do. So I also told everybody, if Microsoft said this next Xbox was supposed to leap the current technology of its day, it's a leap forward. It's leaping. That means it's got to be doing things way more advanced than what anything current's going to be doing in that time. So I said, you're looking at games that are possibly going to be exclusive by default by two waves. It's going to be a wave on the PC. Of course, it's going to be the wave on the PC and console. What I mean is that AI is serious. Satya Nadella, spent $80 billion for AI, and you wonder why there was some layoffs in the development department, because there's devs there that may not have AI knowledge. They're going to be replaced. This is $80 billion worth of investment. Something's going on. So we know that Microsoft isn't playing around with this AI investment. We know this because Satya said, I'm putting $80 billion into it. When you think about that, Resident Gamer Zero and Spark117 in chat, Pat, think about this. And I said this. By default, the Xbox games will be exclusive by default because we know Switch 2 ain't going to be able to play these types of games. If this is a leap in technology, that eliminates the Switch 2. Oh, I'm talking about certain graphical demanding type games. I'm talking about new age gaming. It's going to eliminate that. When you talk about PlayStation, it's going to eliminate PlayStation for at least 2 years, because or more. It could be 3, because think about it. We're talking about the console coming out in 2027. PlayStation 6 is not coming out in 2027. All right? PlayStation 6 has a possibility of coming out. We don't. I'm putting a shade on this release, but it had, at the time when I was thinking, it had a possibility of coming out late 2028. And this is when I said I don't even think it's coming out then, because when we got this report about the PlayStation 6, Sony themselves says we got that on top priority. You don't hear anything. You don't really hear anything saying, you know what, the PlayStation 6 is moving right on along, or you don't hear none of that. You don't even hear the partnership deal between PlayStation 6 and AMD yet.
No, all they said was it's on the top of their minds,
on the top of their
means
minds.
It's not anytime soon.
Yeah, it's on the top of their minds. We don't even know about the deal yet. So those things have to happen. So now I'm saying, damn, it's looking more like 2029, fall of 2029 to come into 2030, and that gives Xbox 2.5 years at the most, 3. But I'm talking about games just coming over there. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about by default the exclusives, because nobody else is going to have a console out. So you got Xbox already setting itself up, right? And think about this. Microsoft will have these games out for 2 to 3, 4 years before they put them on PlayStation. This is perfect. So when you talk about 2030 to 2031, Microsoft will be able to start porting. They'll start being able to be a manufacturer, a third-party manufacturer. Boom. And they'll have, and then by that time, we're on to something else. PlayStation will be having, they're going to have to, and look, these Xbox games are not going to be cheap. Rez, Spartan, I want y'all to think. Chat Pat, I want y'all to think. These are true next-gen games. Forget deals. See, these let these donkeys talk. Let them talk. Gamers over everything. Let them talk. Because the day is coming where that talking is going to have to match the wallet. And we're talking next-gen games that they're going to have to buy if they want to buy those Xbox games. Full price. They're going to buy them full price. They'll already be 4 years old for us. We don't care. We're going to be on to something else. Think about that. And then when those games come out, they're not going to be on PlayStation. See, this is what PlayStation keep thinking. Them fans keep thinking, oh, we're just going to get these. No, you're not. Because Xbox games are always going to be a leap ahead of you. They're going to be a leap ahead of you. That's their worst fear. Their worst fear now is the future. And when you read that article about Sony talking about how they're really going to keep the PlayStation 6 with the PlayStation 5, bro, this don't sound good. Remember? This don't sound good. We just had a show about this. This PlayStation 6 is more likely going to be a linked console to the PlayStation 5. You want to know why? Because the PlayStation 4 has hampered the PlayStation 5. And now Sony's like, well, we can't even leave now the PlayStation fans. So when we cut off the PlayStation 4, they're only going to have two options. Either they're going to get the PlayStation 5, which we can link them with the PlayStation 6, or get a PlayStation 6. Because that's pretty much all they're going to be able to do to keep that fan base together. But see, look at the, but this is why they're going to do that, y'all, because they don't have a cloud infrastructure like Microsoft does. See, Microsoft can care less that you still have an Xbox One, because when they cancel Xbox One, you still can use your Xbox One in the cloud. Resident Gamer, Spawn 117, Chat Pat. You don't even need to go buy another console. All you got to do is go and play your games on the cloud on your Xbox One. And guess what version you're playing? You're playing the Xbox Series X version of the cloud feature on your Xbox One. So you're playing the highest level. You're not playing the weakest one. You're not playing the Xbox Series S version of the cloud. You're playing the Xbox X Series X version of the Xbox Cloud. These are facts. And so if you're an Xbox gamer, you're never going to be left behind. As long as you're able to play those games in the cloud, you'll be able to play your games. You'll be able to play your games. See, your console will go with you, but PlayStation consoles can't go with you, just like those controllers can't go with you. Every freaking new console, your old controller is dead, is useless. I can still use my Xbox One controllers on my Series S and X right now. Right now. These are facts. That's the difference. Hey, guess what, y'all? Newsflash. That's the value of Xbox. That's the difference. This is why we are not the same. This is why we are not the same. You get it? We are not the same, yo. We have two different types of way we play, two different types of styles that we use in our gameplay. That we are not the same. You're limited. When you're on PlayStation, you're limited. And you just got to be content with being limited. They're going to show you what limited looks like and make it look so good over there. But Xbox promotes play anywhere. They're not limited to you nothing. Play, play, play. That's what they want to say to you. Play, 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 play. Engage, engage, engage. Rez, you got anything else to say, man?
I think Rez dropped.
Oh, Rez is going. Spark, you got anything else to say, Femo?
Man, keep on gaming and enjoy every single moment.
I didn't mean. I got him back in here. Rez might have had something else to say. Rez, my bad. I didn't see you when you dropped, man. But no, hey, Rez. Rez did say something. If he's in here, can you hear me, Rez?
Yeah, if you're a fan of this community, you
Yeah,
need
there
to
you go.
support. You need to support your brand, or you need to support gaming in general. Like, because gaming's, even despite some of its successes, it's still not doing that well, and people are not supporting gaming as much as they used to. And I get why. I mean, it's really rough out there, but people really need to try to support in any way they can and show the companies that we still want games, we still enjoy the hobby, and stop talking about it and start playing more, and kind of get yourself out of that toxic mindset, because it's not good for anything. It's not good for the industry. It's not good for gaming. It's not good for you. Um, let's start striving to be better and striving to do more gaming. That's really what it should come down to, and stop with all the nonsense, you know.
Keep growing the gaming community in the Xbox. Keep going strong. Keep getting to know each other. Start making more friends on online, just like we did in the 360 eras, just like we're doing now. This is how we defeat rival platforms: is to have a super strong bond and a super strong community. Do not ever break that. Keep bringing in new gamers, make them feel welcome, let them enjoy, let them ride with us. That's what it's all about. We don't hate, we enjoy. You want to come hang out, come hang out. We're not here to disrespect you. We're not here to clown. Every time we all game, one loses or it was whatever, we don't ever sit there and put none of us down. We encourage each other. We laugh at our mistakes. We enjoy everything and keep making that stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Every time I lose, I play Halo like Legal said. Every time I lose, I just laugh it off. If it, my mistake, whatever. There's another game that we could play. We could have even more fun, get more focused on that. Competitive wise, yes, we are competitive. You better take some dirt and give some dirt, but nothing like that toxic Sony fanboy community where they disrespect you, call you out, put you down. This is why they're not gaming no more. They disrespect each other. They don't. I don't understand them. We do it for fun. We do it for enjoyment, entertainment. And we dish it out, we give it back, and that's it. Forza Horizon 5 is huge, man. That
Why
community.
did this man just say that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rez, I'm sorry. Spartan, I'm sorry. Chapman, I'm sorry. We ain't going nowhere yet. Sorry. Hold on. Hold your horses. No pun intended. Spar 117 says something very powerful just now, and I think it went over everybody's heads. But I felt you, fam. You said this. We dish it and we can take it, right? That's another difference between our fan base. That's another difference between our community. You just nailed it, fam. Let's call out the names. For years, right? For years. It was PlayStation this, it was PlayStation that, PlayStation this, and PlayStation that, right? Kick Xbox while it's down on the ground. They try to destroy Xbox. Xbox is dead, this and that. I don't know why anybody would buy an Xbox. Why is the purpose of buying an Xbox? Why would anybody buy it? Everything that they could do, they threw everything at Xbox, even the kitchen sink, right? But notice, when Helldivers 2 came to Xbox, some of the loudest mouths ever out there turned bitch. We won't drop the names. Let's drop them. You had Jay Barbie dismantle his own account. Hey, but what did I tell y'all about this great book? The Book of Life told us thousands of years ago about real shepherds in communities, real shepherds for their discipleships, the ones who put their life on the line, the ones who are in the front lines for the sheep, right? And the true shepherd gives his life for his flock. The fake shepherd does what? When times get hard, the real shepherd is going to flee. What? did they show their own community, people? You are known by your works, not by your mouth. Because even a baby can babble in front of a mic. What happened, gamers over everything? What did he do? He disconnected his own Twitter X account and ran like a bitch. That's what J Barbie did. And what did
And
what
Persona.
did he, what did man what did Personify do? What did Personify do?
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Ran like a bitch. Disconnected his own account. Persona Diva, he ran. He tucked his tail and ran because he was a fake prophet. My man NYC Prophet Ben told y'all these clowns are fake. They don't stand tall. And when it got tough, they packed their bags up and left. We still here. We ain't going anywhere. You see, you're known by your works, not by your mouth play. I told you, they all gonna fail you. I told you about these false prophets. You can see right through them. See right through them. You're left with just people being stupid now. That's who you left now. All the people that talk in your fan base community, they just dare to be stupid now. They bring no relevance. They bring nothing, no substance to your fan base. They have been ridiculed down to the lowest form of common denominator of just trash. And now, everything that we said, you have to bask in that glory. Because we told y'all the truth. We told y'all what was going to happen. And it's happening. Everything we said. Talos Reed, he ran fast as a chicken, fam. He did, bro. Tucked his tail. Bro, they held each other's hands when they did it. They held each other's hands, tucked their tails, and they both jumped off the building. They left. They left. Gone, bye-bye. Because they were fake to begin with. They were garbage and trash to begin with. They wasn't real to begin with. They was only there to try to get some money out of these dummies. And when they saw the money wasn't coming, when they saw all that, that's what meant more to them. It wasn't about building up their gaming community. It wasn't about that. That's how they lost. Now we get up out of here. Resident Gamer Zero, let them know where you at, man.
Yeah, you can find me. I'm back on social media on X on Resident Gamer Zero, or you can find me right here with my homies, DIRREC Gaming.
Yo, Spar 117, let them know where they can find you at, bro.
You know it already. Right here on DIRREC Gaming.
Yo, Chat Pat, man. We see y'all standing tall. We want to say double salute to y'all, man. Straight up. Because this is all about gaming, man. We're here to represent gaming. We're here to do that to the foolish. And we have a responsibility to do. And y'all know what that responsibility is, man. It's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. I don't think there's been a more consistent, more unpredictable channel that stands 10 toes down, that'll tell you shit years in advance and look at you with a straight face and catch nothing but W's, unlike us. We're bold, we're daring, we're risky, and we love being that way. Because when you're a student of the game, there ain't much you don't get. It ain't hard. It's not really hard out here. Study what you do, man. Study what you do. It's easy. You don't have to come out here being a liar. You don't have to be silly and goofy. I ain't got to sing you a lullaby. I ain't got to put my hair in twigs and shit. I ain't gotta wear goofy ass clothes. I ain't gotta take my clothes off for you. I ain't gotta slap myself. I ain't gotta do none of that shit. I ain't gotta do none of that weirdo shit. All we gotta do is come out here and tell you our side of the story. Because our side of the story is the book of X. There ain't no Centaur Half-Breed book over here. We got the Book of X, brought to you by Smitty Smith. That's how we get down. You either get down or lay down, man. We ain't changing up over here for nobody. We don't care about counts. We don't care about that shit. They do. That's why they'll make fake sub counts. Green grows. Hey man, we grow one day at a time. We do what we do. We here just to have fun, like Spawn 117 said anyway. We're just here. It ain't like they can do anything about it anyway, even in real time. So we just have fun, man. While they angry, we having fun. I go by the name of the new legal. This is Di-RRec gaming in its fullest capacity. We wanted to make this Saturday a great show for you. We wanted to cover all grounds. We wanted to take the air out of the room. I appreciate Resident Gamer Zero coming in. I appreciate Spot 117 coming in. And I always appreciate the chat pad coming in. Each and every last one of y'all. I appreciate each and last one of y'all. To the viewers that come in later on, we appreciate you. To the ones that stealth watch, we appreciate you. To the ones who watch after the show is over with, we appreciate y'all. We don't stop appreciating y'all because without y'all, it's really not that fun. We can still do this, but it's really not that fun. I got my man Mike Johnson in the building, leaving the show with a new legal. I will talk to you next time. Facts, fam. Facts. Get out here, y'all. Play your games. Join up. It's time to get used to joining up. That's it. We're moving into a time where we're here to join up now. These games are going to be more and more unified. More and more unified. This industry has to get healthy again. Then it can go back to being like it used to be for a while. It can get a little stingy, but right now, it's going to have to unify for the sake of the industry. They have to come together to keep this thing going. That's pretty much what it is. And those that want to comply will shine. The industry is huge. There's a lot of space for success, and I believe in it. I don't think that it's going anywhere. We got a great, bright future ahead of ourselves. Like I always say, let's get ready for this 25th anniversary and let's get it out of here. I don't want to see Xbox fans with their heads down, tucking their chains. Rez, I better not see it, bro. Spawn 117, I better not see it. Chat Pat, I better not see it. You better be proud that you out here as an Xbox fan. Keep that chain hanging out, man, because nobody deserves for their extra man to be taken from them, bro. Everybody deserves a second chance in life, bro. We here to bring gaming back to the streets and streets back to gaming, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that by default because that's where it's going anyway. In the meantime, y'all stay safe. God bless y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Peace.